are similar in structure and shape and perform a similar function is known as the tissues. Tissues are of two types, plant tissue and animal tissue. The tissues which are present in plants are known as the plant tissues, and the tissues which are present in animals are known as the animal tissues. So today I am here to tell about animal tissues. There are four major animal tissue. First one is epithelial tissue. And the second one is connective tissue. And the third one is muscular tissue. And the fourth one is nervous tissue. These four tissue perform different kinds of functions in our body. Now let us know briefly about them. And first about epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue here, epi means outer and thelial means tissue. So epithelial tissue is nothing but a outer covering or protecting inside or outside of an animal body is known as the epithelial tissue. There are 5 kinds of epithelial tissue. First one is squamous epithelium. Here this is the structure of the squamous epithelium. This squamous epithelium is a type of epithelial tissue which is extremely thin and flat and forms a lining of organs, and it is present in lining of mouth and lining of blood vessels and also as well as in trachea. And the next type is stratified squamous epithelium. Here this is the structure of the stratified column squamous epithelium. The cells in the epithelial tissue which are arranged in the form of layers is known as stratified. And third one is columnar epithelium. The cells in these tissue are arranged in the form of columns like these, and hence it is known as the columnar epithelium. And these are present in the places mainly in where the suppression, secretion, absorption takes place. And the fourth one is cuboidal epithelium. The cells in these tissue are in the shape of cuboid like this, and hence it is known as the cuboidal epithelium. These mainly gives mechanical support to our body. And the last one is the glandular epithelium. Here this is the structure of glandular epithelium. Sometimes the cells of the epithelial tissue are folds inwards and forms like a gland, and hence it is known as a glandular epithelium. And these are the types in epithelial tissue. And next, coming to the second type, connective tissue. Connective tissue is defined as a loosely spaced tissue which carries different materials to different parts of our body is known as a connective tissue. There are different types of tissue which perform different functions in our body. In that, first one is areolar tissue. Here, this is the structure of areolar tissue, and it is a type of connective tissue which joins the tissues and also helps in packing and keeping the organs in a place. The cells in this tissue are known as a fibroblast, and the second one is fat storing tissue, adipose tissue. Here, this is the adipose tissue, and this type of connective tissue will store the fats in our body, and it is found below our skin and between the internal organs. The internal space in this adipose tissue are filled with the fat globules like this, and storage of fat also acts as an insulator. And the third one is bone, cartilage. Here it is a cartilage. These cartilage is a type of connective tissue which is found between the joints of bones and also tips of ribs, tips of nose and tips of external ear and also the trachea. The cartilage is hard but not hard as these bone. And the next one is ligament. Structure of ligament. Ligament is a type of connective tissue which connects the bones at the joints. And the next one is tendon. A type of connective tissue because it is one and only liquid connective tissue. There are cells present in these blood and the extracellular space is filled with plasma. Plasma contains factors which are responsible for clotting of blood and the heparin which helps in clotting of blood in the blood vessels. And the cells present in these blood are known as the corpuscles, and the blood is red in color but not always red in all animals. For example, if you take the blood of cockroach, it is white in color, and the blood in a snail is in a blue in color. Our heart pumps nearly 36,000 liters of blood in the distance of 20,000 kilometers and in the time period of 24 hours. The three corpuscles in the blood are first one is RBC and second one is WBC and third one is blood platelets. Here first type RBC, it is also known as the red blood cells and is also called as erythrocytes because these are in red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is responsible for transportation of carbon dioxide and oxygen in our body. Nearly 1 milliliter of blood contains 5 millions of red blood cells and which live for 120 days. And next coming to the second type, WBC, it means white blood cells, and these white blood cells are colorless because there is no presence of hemoglobin, and these are also known as leukocytes. And these white blood cells are further divided into two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Enemy enters the blood, then these WBC fight against this external enemy, and the dead WBC comes out of a wound in the form of pus. And in these granulocytes, this is further divided into three types. First one is neutrophil, and the second one is eosinophil, and the third one is basophil. The first line of defense against the bacteria is a neutrophil, and hence these are also known as a microscopic policemen. And coming to the agranulocytes, this is divided into further two types. Lymphocyte, first one, and the second one is monocyte. Here, monocytes moves like an amoeba and fight against a foreign material, and hence it is known as a scavengers. And coming to the third type, blood platelets. This is a special type of corpuscles in blood because they do not have a nucleus, and these are disc-like projections, and these helps in preventing the losing of blood when get injured. And this is about the connective tissue. A, B, AB and O. The group AB can receive blood from any other group, and hence they are known as a universal receptacles. And the group O can donate blood for any other groups, and hence they are known as a universal donors. And next, coming to the third type of tissue, muscular tissue. This tissue is responsible for movement in our body. This helps in movement of legs, hand, and as well as internal organs like intestine or heart. Basic on the structure and function and location, there are three types. In that, first one is skeletal muscle. Here, this is the structure. Because it is known as a striated muscle because there are striations like these present in these muscles, and these are multinucleated and voluntary. And coming to the second type, smooth muscle. These smooth muscles are also known as a unstriated muscle. It is known as unstriated muscle because there are no striations present in these smooth muscles, and this is the structure of the smooth muscles. These are uninucleated and these are involuntary. Here, voluntary means the work which is under our control, and involuntary means the work which is not under our control. And coming to the third type, cardiac muscle. And this cardiac muscle is responsible for the pumping of blood in our heart, and these have striations, like these, and these are resembles like a skeletal muscle, but these are involuntary. This is about muscular tissue. And coming to the fourth and last tissue, nervous tissue. These nervous tissue are responsible for transmitting messages in our body and external and internal stimuli. The cells in these tissue are known as a neuron, or also called as the nerve cell. Now I am going to draw the neuron. Okay, this is a neuron. We can find the three distinct parts in this neuron. First one is cyton, and it is also known as cell body. And the second one is axon, and the third one is dendrite. So first, this is known as a cell body or also as cyton. And there is a nucleus present the cytoplasm of cyton, and there are small branches triangles. And if you observe, there are small projections arising from these cytons, and these are known as the dendrites. In these dendrites, there is a longer projection than the other dendrites, and it is known as the axon. These axon is covered with a sheath like this, and they are known as the maline sheath. There are gases or nodes present between these maline sheath, and it is known as a Ranvier node. And at last, these are known as the nerve terminals. The axon of one nerve cell connects with the dendrite of another nerve cell to form wave-like structures and passes the messages in our body, and this is about nervous tissue. And finally, each and every organism is made up of organs, and these organs are made up of tissues. So if there are no tissues, there are no organs, and if there are no organs, there is no organism. So thank you for